Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I've had an interesting and exciting day. I've had the opportunity of speaking to quite a few people about what's happening in the country, many concerned people, many people affected now by what is being rolled out by the organizations and the authorities that are implementing this new world order. And remember, this new world order that is being created is an order that's created amongst us. So, I mean, we are that order and we have to allow that order to take place. And it all depends on whether you are free or not, whether you agree with what the people are doing. And currently, there's so many things that's happening now that makes it clear that we are in the Hunger Games phase of what the authorities in the world, and I'm not talking about governments because they are not authorities. We don't have any real governments in the world. We don't have any real democracy in the world, and hopefully we can establish that here in South Africa. The rest of the world I don't have much hope for at this stage. But why do I say we're in the Hunger Games phase? If you've watched the Hunger Games, the 4 specific movies, and you watch all of them, you will see the city Pan Am and what it represents. And we're in a phase now where we're transitioning to that kind of society, where you will see that government tries to play this neutral role, but organizations such as large corporations will now try and take your freedom away. So you will always have a choice, but that choice might take your job away. That choice might take your income away, your way of living, the way of being, the way that you consume things, and many other things. And I don't see this necessarily as a bad thing, because as long as you are reliant on government and large corporations, you are vulnerable. And you need to become as self-reliant and as independent as you can. And when you don't have your own business and you have a job, then you are reliant on someone else. And it's in this Hunger Game phase where people will be pitted against each other. You will see society getting more and more polarized. This was always part of the plan. And during this polarization, you will be able to see the factions, the powers that be will see the different factions. They will be identified clearly, and then there can be action taken against them. And anyone that wants to stand up in the fight for freedom, the fight for liberty, they will be suppressed by their governments, by the funders of the people that fund the people in government. And like I said, they're not a real government because they don't represent the people. They are funded, these political parties are funded by large international corporations, and they are all beholden to the United Nations. And this is why we're fighting this gun law, one of the points of no return. 5th generation technology being rolled out to the point where we will all be monitored, tracked and traced, which is definitely part of the JAB program right now, is to monitor, track and trace people. And monitoring, tracking and tracing will become a mainstay. And you will see in the Hunger Games society, that is exactly what happens. Everything is seen. There's nothing you can do that is hidden unless you're out in nature. And even then, satellites will monitor you as well as drones. And throughout the country where I've been, drones have been deployed to monitor and survey areas. This is happening. I know of places where drones have been shot down, and then the police are immediately there to try and investigate. Why is the police involved when drones go over private property? Think about this. People, if you think that you want to live in the society, it's your freedom. Go ahead. I don't. And I want to make sure that I have as many people as possible with me in this fight. And there's one thing that is certain. South Africa as a country need to stand independent in the rest of the world. Stand separate from what is happening in Europe, in America, and in the East. We are at the southern tip of Africa. This is a huge strategic advantage, and this is why the world powers want to dominate our country. Why can they not do this? Because the people are all haragat in this country. This is the most haragat nation on earth. We are so diverse, and because of our diversity and because we have a useless government, they have not been able to implement all of their plans. This is a huge blessing in disguise, and we can stop this Hunger Games society from completely taking over here. The majority of us are religious and conservative in South Africa, 80% of us in fact. That makes us very unique on a world stage. And I want you to join us in this fight. Come and attend one of my meetings. If it's not one of my meetings in person, online, we had over 40 people in the last online meeting. It was a huge success. So that we can fight this Hunger Games society and have a society where we can be free to think and do things the way that we want, as long as we don't hurt other people. But in this new society, this new world order that these powers want to create, they want to think for you. And they believe that the most intelligent among us must make decisions for us. And I cannot allow that over my dead body. Thank you very much. Till the next video.